This is the DJI Osmo Mobile 2, a gimbal built specifically to handle all of you cell phone video recorder people out there. And yes, I'm one of those people. What's up YouTube, Jason here with Byte My Bits, and in today's video, I didn't want to do a full review on this just yet because I've only had this for about a week and I've been playing with it off and on and kind of testing different things with it, but I don't really feel confident enough to do a full review. Besides, it's like a year old anyway, so there's plenty of reviews out there. However, one thing that I did want to do with this was test out different use case scenarios that I personally do with and without the gimbal. Basically, I just wanted to find out exactly how much more sturdy a little handheld gimbal can be compared to using my hands when I'm trying to record something. So, the Osmo Mobile 2. This thing has a lot of features, and like I said, there's a lot of different reviews online that you can kind of go through and see some of the strengths and weaknesses of it. But there are a couple things that I do want to mention before I move forward with my test. One, this whole Osmo case that you can get that's $10. It's cool, it kind of sort of works, but if you're using it and you're like trying to get down like this, your wrist kind of gets in the way and it's kind of, I don't know, I really needed to get a tripod that comes down a lot more like this. I mean, it works, it's just, you know, it's $10 and I just don't like it. To each their own. Second thing I want to say is the DJI camera app, the one that works with tracking and things like that, is not absolutely horrible, but I just refuse to use it. The first reason primarily being is that if you record something with the DJI app, you have to copy it over to your regular camera roll before you can export it on your computer. So that's kind of a pain and it duplicates all the files before you can copy them over. It's just something that I can't deal with, especially because this iPhone's only 64 gigs, so I'm kind of limited on space. Next upgrade will definitely be bigger. However, thanks to a Patreon subscriber of mine, thank you Liquid Syphilis, he said use Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is just an app that allows you to have way more control over your video recording and it stores everything to your camera roll. So that's what I'm using with all of these tests today. I did not use the built-in stabilization. It's just the raw video recorded at 4K at 100 megabits per second. And I wanted to keep these tests extremely simple, just pretty much mimicking different ways that I've used my camera, whether it's walking sideways or backwards. To me, these tests represent these different shooting methods that can sometimes cause extra shake in the camera footage itself. So I try out different things like walking up to a rose bush or walking sideways parallel to the rose bush, lowering the phone just a little bit and following the bottom trim of the truck, which sometimes I have noticed does produce rather shaky footage. And then of course, walking up to an object, going around a corner, focusing on something else, and then walking backwards. I should take a pause here to note that with the DJI app, you do have the option for active tracking with this gimbal. It's actually a pretty advanced option with the app that is something that unfortunately I cannot do with the Filmic Pro, at least not yet. But if I were to use that software in that exact shot that I just showed you where I'm coming around the corner, it would be something that I could actually select something on screen and follow it just a little more smoothly. Then I wanted to test pointing the phone directly down at the ground. Of course, I messed up the camera angle a little bit on this one. And something that has proven in the past to be difficult, and that is holding the camera still over the pond behind my house. Now, I was actually kneeling down on both of these demos, so I was trying to be as stable as I possibly could. However, there is a clear difference between gimbaled and not gimbaled in this footage. Walking back up to the house, again, you can see a huge difference in gimbaled versus not gimbaled. And I finished this all off by randomly recording the light covering my trash cans, because why not? I just saw it. I'm like, I'm gonna record that. So I have actually used this gimbal so far in one vlog video, and I have noticed definitely better footage throughout that entire video. So I already knew that the footage was better overall when it came to those, vloggy style videos. But the test that I ran today, and I wanted to share with you, was just testing out different scenarios that I think overall, it's really easy to justify the cost of this gimbal, which is only $130. I spent an extra $10 on this little stand, but I recommend getting something different. I'm sure somebody out there has either this or something like this where they have, a tripod that probably sits, I don't know, yay high and doesn't get in your wrist way when you're trying to bend down and stuff like that. I could take it off if I wanted to, but it's too much of a pain in the butt to go back and forth. Either way, I know this. If I'm going to do anything that's going to require quick shooting or easy shooting, vlog style, working on a project, something that I don't want to have to, fuss with a big tripod or a big camera or anything like that, this is a viable solution for me. And with the testing footage that I ran today, I'm more than impressed with what it can do. And I think that over time, with a little bit more experience with something like this, I can actually get better, make that footage better, and maybe even in the future work with some post-processing stabilization with the footage just in case I ever really need to. I mean, when you're working with something that's already pretty stable in the first place, adding stabilization in post makes it a heck of a lot smoother. Well guys, that's it for today's random video. I just wanted to test this out and show my results. If you have any questions, recommendations, or anything, post them down below. As always, thank you for watching, like, and subscribe, and have yourself a good day.